Hello student, you are safe, fine at home. Fine at home. Class 9 Health and Physical Education. Chapter 3 Training in Sports. Today's topic load, symptoms of overload, adaptations and recovery. Load is defined as a weight or pressure. Load is defined as a weight or pressure. It is generally called an external stressor. It can also be explained as the amount of work to be done by a person or a machine. During the training of an athlete, load refers to the total amount of work expected from the athlete on daily, weekly, or monthly basis. In the training of athletes, scientific loading in their work schedules play a very important role in improving their capabilities and efficiency. Loading in training can be defined in the following three ways. Number one, by increasing the content means volume, more kilometers or repetitions, etc. Second, by increasing the intensity, more weights or faster runs. Number third, by increasing the frequency, shorter intervals of rest. By third, again repeat it, third, by increasing the frequency, shorter intervals of the rest. Symptoms of overload. Overload or overtraining is a stage where a person shows a decrease in performance. This means that athlete becomes stagnant and is not able to improve his performance, or his performance might even decline. Might even decline. This happens an athlete trains very hard without adequate recovery periods. Again repeated, symptoms of overload. Overload or overtraining is a stage where a person shows a decrease in performance. This means that the athlete becomes stagnant and is not able to improve his performance as or her performance might even decline. This happens when an athlete trains very hard without adequate recovery periods. The symptoms of overload can be described as follows. Number one, physiological system. Number two, psychological systems. Number three, performance related systems. Number four, other systems. In the psychological system, or sorry, physiological system, number one, excessive loss of body weight. Second, loss of body fat percentage. Number third, increase in resting heart rate. Number four, decrease in muscular strength. Number five, muscular soreness and fatigue. Number six, conceptions and diarrhea. Number seven, decrease in aerobic capacity. Okay. Next, psychological symptoms. Number one, anxiety and irritability. Number third, stress and depression. Number four, lack of motivation and enthusiasm. Number four, difficulty in conceptions or difficulty in concentrations. Next, lack of feeling competitiveness. Next, performance related symptoms. Early onset of fatigue. Two, inability to complete the training program. 3. Increased technical errors in movements. 4. Frequent errors. Other symptoms: number 1, loss of sleep. Number 2, lack of appetite. Number 3, sweating at night. Number 4, dizziness. Next topic: how to overcome a overload. The overload should be tackled immediately when symptoms are observed in an athlete. It requires the combined efforts of the athletes, coach, sports, experts, and experts, physicians, and relatives of athletes to overcome overload and put the athlete on the path to success. Again, repeated: overload should be tackled immediately when the symptoms are observed in athlete. It requires the combined efforts of the athlete, coach, sports, experts, physician, and relatives of the athlete to overcome overload and put the athlete on the path to success. The following methods can be employed to overcome overload. Number 1, training load. Number 2, suitable recovery period. Number 3, sports massage. Number 4, diet and nutrition. Number 5, psychological training. And number 6, nutritional supplements. Training load training load, the coach can record the intensity, density, volume, and other parameters of the workout. Thereafter, the load can be adjusted according to the athlete's capacity and ability. For example, the training program can be split or the intensity of the workout can be reduced. Number 2, suitable recovery period. If the problem of overload is serve a complete rest of a few weeks is recommended till the athlete fully recovers. Fully recovers. Rest of a few weeks is recommended till the athlete fully recovers. Generally, a proper recovery period should be planned for every month, wherein only light exercises are done, as these will help the muscles to recover fully. Sports massage or deep tissue massage can help relax the muscles, loosening them. It will also improve the blood flow and remove toxins from the body. Diet and nutrition. Maintaining a healthy diet is also essential to provide energy and the right nutrients to be the body, so that they recover quickly. Our diet should have adequate carbohydrates as the aid in muscles recovery. Number 5, psychological training. Various psychological trainings various psychological trainings can also helps overcome overload by helping the athlete deal with stress and depressions. For example, yoga and medicine. They help athletes feel good and motivated. Nutritional supplements. To address any nutritional deficiencies, supplements can be taken. However, this is not a long-term solution for proper nutrition. From a healthy diet is more beneficial as it can be easily absorbed by the body. What are adaptations? Continuous exposure to an extra load during the training of an athlete's loads to an adjustment in his body functions that enables him to bear the extra load without feeling uneasy. Again, repeated. What is adaptation? Adaptation is a continuous exposure to an extra load during training of an athlete leads to an adjustment in his body function that enables him to bear the extra load without feeling uneasy. This adjustment is termed as adaptations. To obtain a higher degree of adaptations, The load or stressor should be increased gradually. Loading and adaptation are intended as a overloading to adaptations. The following points should be kept in mind during training. Number one, a high extent of load without necessary minimum intensity fails to produce adaptations. Number two, the amount of loading is of optimal value, the athlete's capacity, then adaptations takes place more rapidly. Again repeated. Second, if the amount of loading is of optimal value to the athlete's capacity, then adaptations take place more rapidly. Number third, if the demand of loading is more than the capacity of the athlete, then the athlete's capacity for adjustment will be impaired. Number four, if the if the structure of loading is wrong, then the performance of an athlete will stagnate or reduce. Again repeated, if the structure of loading is wrong, then the performance of an athlete stagnate or reduce. 5. Loading must be systematically and progressively increased to get the benefits of adaptations. Next, lengthy transitional periods without training or loading should be avoided. If the interval between training limits is too long, the effects of loading is lost. Recovery. Recovery means the restoration of the body to a normal state after a period of intense training or competitions. This period is also referred to as a period of regeneration or recuperations, during which effects related to stressor are the gradually eliminated. After a short period of exercise or workout, the heart rate and the respiratory rates are increased. These are restored to resting levels during recovery. The increase in heart rate and respiratory rate depends on the intensity of the workout. Recovery refers to the normalization of these rates after the stoppage of that activity. An estimate of the recovery period can be made by noting down the maximum pulse rate, heart rate of an individual immediately after workout. Sometimes this may be around 160 to 180 beats per minute. The time taken of by an individual pulse rate to come down to 80 to 85 beats per minute after rest would be the recovery period. As a general principle, the recovery period should be of a such duration that the individual should feel refreshed before starting next workout. So, during the recovery period, the body resting state is restored, waste products generated during the workout are removed, and other stressor related effects are gradually eliminated. Last topic, skill, technique, and style. What is skill? A skill is an element of performance that enables a performer to do a large amount of work with little effort. The upward visual is of muscular work indicates skillful movements or performance. In simple words, we say that, or we can say that a skill is the ability to do something well. The lack of a skill is characterized by number one, awkwardness of movements. Number two, indications of great efforts in accomplishing the work. In a skillful body movements, The motor impulses from the brain that called central nervous system reach the muscles in such such numbers and timing that correct sequences of coordinated movements are produced. The graceful exercise of dancers, gymnasts, and the top class drivers are result of well coordinated actions. The grace of movements is quality that is found in the champions of different sports or sports person. Their movements give the impression that the player is not forcing himself and is performing the movements with easy. With practice, the movements of a player become skillful and sometimes even automatic skill that are the unnatural and complex can be learned more easily if difficult. Different elements in the movements can be separated and learned in parts. The elements may then be combined or may be combined to perform the whole skill. When the accuracy of movements is very important, then one should learn to be accurate at slow speed, then increase the speed gradually. Important factors that determine the skillful performance of an activity: number one, body weight; number two, body height; number three, muscles timing; number four, muscles steaming; number four, eye muscles coordination; number five, reaction time; number six, muscular tension. Number one, body weight. Heavier the weight of a person, greater would be the hindrance to his physical skill. Again repeated, body weight. Heavier the weight of a person, greater would be the hindrance to his physical skills. Body height. Due to his higher center of gravity, a tall person is at a disadvantage in many skill based exercises. Muscle steaming. When the central nervous system does not function properly, it can result in an unskilled performance. Next, eye muscles coordination. During the learning of skills, the visual factors help in learning. Later on, when the skills get perfected, one can perform gracefully even with closed eyes. Reaction time. A faster reaction time helps in the skillful performance of an activity. Practice can help in reducing reactions. Again, practice can help in reducing reaction time. So, add in graceful movements. Muscular tensions. Too much tensions during movements make them jerky and awkward. On the other words, we say that if there too much tension during movements make the jerky and awkward. On the other hand, too little tension can make the movements unskillful and weak. Technique. Technique refers to the way of doing a particular task. Scientifically, the way of doing task should be ideally based, that is effective and achieving the aim. Again repeated, technique refers to the way of doing a particular task. Scientifically, The way of doing a task should be ideally based on scientific principles that is effective in achieving the aim. For example, batting in cricket is based on certain sound scientific principles of hitting a ball with the bat. According to such principles, a batsman should play the ball with a straight bat, contact the ball with the middle of the bat, and avoid hitting the ball across the its lines of flight. A batsman who adheres A batsman who adheres to such principles is said to have a sound technique. Hitting a boundary without a correct stroke does not come under correct technique. For example, Sachin Tendulkar and Rahul Dravid have a almost perfect technique of batting. Style. It is the manner of doing something that is characterized a particular person or pattern. Again repeat it. What is style? It is the manner of doing something that is characterized a particular person or pattern. It may or may not be based on sound principles. For examples, there are several styles of doing a high jump, belly rollover, western rollover, scissors cut, fosbury flop. Styles are generally started by someone innovations, and if they become popular, they are known after their names. For example, Perry O'Brien style of shot put was invented by Perry O'Brien and become popular by his name. If a style of doing movements is perfect, it looks graceful and appealing. To give another example, the pen hold style of holding a table tennis bat is used by almost all the Chinese table tennis players, and they are using it successfully. That's all.